In the multiple panel ones, I was trying to kind of abstract the space. It always feels like when people talk about public housing, they talk about the confinement and the discipline of these small spaces. And by kind of spreading out the space over 2 or 3 pictures, I felt like I was making space for them as well. With the photo of the 2 boys playing baseball, I was thinking about what portraiture does and how housing is seen. It feels like public housing, they just put people in boxes. People call it warehouses for the poor or a vertical ghetto, and that kind of troubles me. And I was thinking about the role of photography and portraiture, and I'm kind of doing the same thing as far as like just putting people in a box and have this rectangular form. It could be used to kind of enclose people, but what I wanted to do was kind of expand the space around them and talk about space in between them and how people interact with their space. I was talking to her and her family for a while. It was really dark and there were a bunch of kids kind of running around. She had this inside-outside relationship going on, so she was looking outside at that moment. It felt like she didn't know what was going to happen. That could be me just kind of injecting my feeling over the photo. Right after that, I kind of broke the spell by taking the photo, and she laughed after the photo. So it felt both solemn and playful at the same time. That kind of typifies how I feel about the scenario in general. Kevin and his medal was one of the few moments where Kevin actually stood still. That wasn't his room, that was one of his sister's rooms. She had this kind of Junior Olympics medal kind of hanging down from this bare bulb lamp on the wall. And it has this kind of like stripped down reality to it. I feel like a lot of the photos are about gesture and how he's kind of cradling this accomplishment of one of his sisters. There's also this perfect attendance award or something. There's some sort of attendance award from the elementary school on the wall. That was another accomplishment, but it's also torn. It almost feels like this dream deferred quality to it. The mailbox photo was really interesting. That was one of my first photos that I took with a view camera. I must have taken that photo with another camera like 10 or 15 times, just waiting for the right light and stuff like that. All the people who lived in that building were kind of represented in these mailboxes. The 2 gray boxes up above were these kind of VPS panels. They screw these panels in when a unit is vacated, so people can't squat in it. And even that has kind of like this kind of poetic quality as far as kind of mimicking the mailboxes. It's kind of a weird space kind of around it, because the breezeway behind it was kind of unsafe when people were living there. That's where kind of like the lookouts were for the gangs that they had. Who wants to get mail when you have some activities of ill repute going on?